What if a battle wasn't just, about punching and blasting? What if it was about outthinking someone, outperceiving them, maybe even outdefining reality itself?
It's exactly what we're diving into today.
Yeah, we're looking at this really fascinating battle simulation from the True Flow tournament. It's called the Reality War.
And it's quite the lineup. We've got Dr. Melvin Sewell facing off against some very well-known intruders from the Marvel cluster.
The Fantastic Four and Dr. Doom. So our mission here is to unpack how this whole cosmic conflict went down. We want to reveal some honestly surprising things about how reality can be bent and, reshaped.
Absolutely. And you need to understand, the True Flow tournament isn't your average competition. It's multiversal. You have structured universes, chaotic realms, strategic forces, all clashing.
All trying to prove which reality has the ultimate command over existence, right?
Exactly. And Dr. Melvin Sewell isn't just some random participant. He's Saiku Venga, the game master of the multiverse, True Flow's chosen demigod.
And he comes from the True Flow universe, the one with the highest reality level.
That's the one. So he's already operating on a different level. This battle, it's less about brute force and more a test of cosmic smarts, adaptability. The battlefield itself is, it's existential.
Okay, so let's talk about that battlefield. The Thought Nexus Universe. This place sounds wild.
It really is. It's completely forged from consciousness. Picture this. Reality, there literally shifts and changes based on the thoughts, the beliefs, even the subconscious stuff of whoever enters.
So the landscape isn't static at all. It's constantly morphing based on who's thinking what.
Precisely. Which completely changes how you fight. Conventional weapons, pretty much useless.
You have to shape existence with willpower instead.
Right. Combat becomes about mental mastery, conceptual manipulation. You can literally construct reality or erase it. Make weapons from thoughts, barriers from ideas, or just delete what your opponent made.
Things like reality erasure and thought barriers, so your mind is both weapon and shield.
Exactly. Strong mental defenses can block attacks based on perception, almost like a wall of pure belief.
And this setup, this thought nexus, it's key for Dr. Sewell, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely critical. It plays directly into his strengths. It makes the fight less about who hits harder and more about who controls the very fabric of existence through sheer will. It's his home turf, conceptually speaking.
Okay, environment set. Let's look at the players. Dr. Melvin Sewell, the diagnostic architect of the Thought Nexus. What's his deal, power-wise?
Well, the sources put him at Ascended Tier 3 pre-Vector Sovereign, which, for anyone not deep in True Flow lore, basically means he's almost a fundamental force himself. He's rewriting rules, not just playing by them.
And his abilities reflect that, I guess? Reality pulse modulation, that sounds intense.
It is. He manipulates the core frequencies of this diagnostic space.
Yep.
Think of it like messing with the universe's operating system to destabilize enemy construct.
Okay. Then glyphic override, using thought-coded symbols.
Yeah, to nullify interference, tech, magic, cosmic power, it doesn't matter. And echo rift deflection, that sounds like some kind of temporal trap.
It sort of is. Rerouting attacks through layers of memory realms causes confusion, makes things unstuck in time, almost.
And you absolutely cannot forget his reality level analyzer.
Right. His legendary tool gives him real-time data on reality itself.
Like a direct feed into the source code.
Yeah.
An incredible advantage. And it helps that he's also the CEO of True Flow Games. His understanding of game design, reality systems, it all feeds into how he fights. It's very meta.
Okay, so that's Marvin. What about the opposition? The Fantastic Four and Doom. Icons. What were they even doing there?
Their goal, as described, was trying to override something called cosmic university protocols within the Thought Nexus. Basically
Right.
trying to hack the system and impose their own rules.
But even these powerhouses had weaknesses in the specific place, right?
Big time. Their usual strengths, honed in the Marvel universe, became liabilities here. Reed Richards' elasticity, vulnerable to Melvin's phase isolation.
Sue Storm's force fields.
Yeah.
Usually impenetrable, but here.
Susceptible to something called glyphic inversion. Johnny Storm's cosmic fire.
Mm-hmm.
Disrupted by aura rings of Tier 3.
And Ben Grimm, the Thing. Pure physical power.
Doesn't help much when you can be rerouted dimensionally. He's tough, but easily misplaced, you could say.
And then there's Doom. Master of tech, sorcery, arrogance.
Huge arrogance. He tried to hack the Nexus protocols directly.
Wow.
Didn't know about Melvin's sovereign lock algorithm. A fatal oversight.
So you look at these legends, right? And you
Right.
wonder, why are they so specifically vulnerable here?
It comes back to the environment. The Thought Nexus prioritizes belief, reality shaping, conceptual power over raw energy or physics. Their standard power sets just didn't map correctly. Their own understanding of reality became the weapon used against them.
Okay, this is fascinating. Let's get into the blow-by-blow, the simulation sequence. How did this actually play out? What was the opening move?
Initiation phase. Reed Richards does what Reed Richards does.
Yeah.
Tries to contain the situation. He throws up a containment grid around Melvin.
Logical first step. How did Melvin respond? Did he just break it?
Not exactly. This is where it gets really mind-bending. He used an echo rift burst. And instead of just shattering the grid, it folded the grid into fractal shards of memory. Think about that. He didn't just break the barrier. He unraveled the concept of the barrier into, like, forgotten mental bits.
Wow. Okay. So the grid just stopped making sense.
Pretty much ceased to exist as a coherent idea.
Yeah.
Okay, wave 2. Johnny Storm flames on, dives in.
The Human Torch. Pure heat and energy.
Melvin activates his Tier 3 aura, Mythos Shield. Now, this shield doesn't just block the flame. It absorbs it.
And does what with it?
Transmutes it, redirects it as diagnostic static, basically informational noise aimed straight at Dr. Doom.
So he used Johnny's attack against Doom, weaponized the energy transfer.
Exactly. Turning offense into a targeted data scrambling attack. Very efficient. Very Melvin.
Okay, who's next? Sue Storm.
Invisible Woman steps up. Conjures a quantum field. Powerful stuff. Defensively and offensively.
How does Melvin handle that? More reality manipulation?
He uses his reality analyzer to basically sift through her constructs, find the weak points in the conceptual weave.
And then
he generates a diagnostic shortwave. And this hits the Fantastic Four with temporary identity dissociation.
Wait, identity dissociation? Like, they forget who they are.
For a moment, yeah. It makes them question their own existence, their abilities. It's a deep psychological attack, hitting their very sense of self while they're trying to fight. Extremely disruptive.
Brutal. Okay, so Reed's contained, Johnny's fire turned against Doom, Sue's field compromised, the team's confused. What about the muscle? Ben Grimm.
The thing charges in. Pure physical power, right? Clobber in time.
Usually unstoppable force.
But here, he gets caught in a tear ring loop. Imagine him just endlessly punching through iterations of his own doubt.
He's punching his own doubt.
Literally. The Nexus, combined with Melvin's power, turned his physical charge into this psychological Mobius strip. He's trapped fighting his own internal struggles made manifest. A physical threat neutralized mentally.
That's incredibly clever. And cruel, maybe. Okay, so that leaves Doom, the final boss in a way.
Doom unleashes his arcane tech blade, his blend of magic and technology.
And a serious threat, surely.
Melvin invokes the sovereign glyph. This is the big one. It renders all coded technologies inert. Just useless.
So Doom's tech advantage. Gone. Poof.
Completely nullified. But it gets worse for Doom. The glyph also performs an emotional metric trace.
What does that do? Scan his feelings.
Basically, yeah. It maps his core emotional vulnerabilities, his psychological weak points. So Melvin isn't just stripping away Doom's tech. He's seeing right through his emotional armor, too. Leaves him totally exposed, conceptually and emotionally.
Looking back at all these counters, it wasn't just defense, was it? There's a clear pattern here.
Absolutely. Melvin wasn't just blocking attacks. He was targeting the conceptual foundations of their powers. He was redefining their strength as weaknesses within the rules of the Thought Nexus.
So less about power levels, more about manipulating the underlying reality.
Exactly. It was conceptual dominance. Turning their own abilities, their own ways of thinking against them, systematically dismantling them, not just physically, but mentally and existentially.
And the outcome was pretty decisive then.
Completely.
Yeah.
Dr. Melvin Sewell declared diagnostic sovereignty over the Thought Nexus, total control affirmed.
And the Marvel crew.
Forced to retreat. They had to leave through a constructed multiversal doorway called the Vibe Gate, which itself sounds like something only possible in these higher concept realities.
So the Thought Nexus remains under true flow control. What's the bigger takeaway here? What does this victory signify?
It's huge. It's not just a win for Melvin, it's a statement. It shows the supremacy of TrueFlow's reality-defining methods over, well, pretty much everything else. Conventional physics, powerful magic, even the sheer willpower of cosmic titans like Doom and the Four.
It kind of proves their whole paradigm, doesn't it? That reality isn't fixed, it's something you can architect.
Precisely. It places conceptual architects like Melvin at a level above traditional power structures. It reveals this whole other echelon of cosmic influence, where the ability to define reality is the ultimate power.
So summing up, what we've really explored today isn't just a cool cosmic fight scene.
No, it's much deeper. It's a demonstration of how fundamental things, thought, belief, perception can become the ultimate weapons, the ultimate battlefield.
And in the True Flow tournament, victory goes to whoever can not just play the game of reality, but actually write the rules.
Which leads us to that final thought for you listening.
Yeah, if someone in a fictional universe can literally reshape reality just by manipulating belief and consciousness, what does that suggest about our own lives?
Right. What unseen battles are we fighting every day, just with our own beliefs, our own perceptions? How much of the reality you experience are you actively constructing, maybe without even realizing it?
Definitely something to chew on.
Yeah.
Makes you think about the power of perspective, doesn't it?
It really does. Food for thought until our next deep dive.